Hey, you two. It's time. The Flash is back. Let's get to it. Hey YouTube, Major G. Alrighty, so it's time for another episode of The Flash. Last week, Wells tried to give Barry his speed back by recreating the accident in a lab scientifically, and it didn't seem to work. I think that's the nicest way of putting that. So Barry disintegrated, and a particle wave flew out and hit Jesse and Wally. So, and I theorized what happened was that Barry became one with the Speed Force, I guess, and I personally expect that he will quite possibly come back somewhere around the end of the season, maybe the second to last episode or the last episode, and he's going to come back with a bunch of brand new powers. One of which, of course, will be the power of being able to steal someone else's speed. When I went to rewatch it, when I saw it, afterwards, I was thinking, you know, I probably should have seen that coming, because there was such a heavy emphasis on Wells saying, "I can do this. I can do this. I'm telling you, stop disbelieving me. I can do this. Well, you failed last time. I can do this." And there was such a heavy emphasis on him, and him hyping this event up so much. I should have seen that they were just going to tear it down from him, and just make it fail. I probably wouldn't have realized how epic of a fail it would be, but I should have seen the fail coming. But yeah, let's see what happened to. Let's see what happened to Jesse and Wally after they got hit. How they're gonna adjust to life without Barry. For the time being. Alrighty. Sorry guys, I woke up like 30 minutes ago. Alrighty. Here we go. The Flash. Episode 21. Flash reaction starts now.
I hunted down the man who killed my mother, but in doing so, I opened up our world to new threats. And I am the only one fast enough to stop them. I am...
Interesting how they're still using the same
previously
opening.
On The Flash.
Barry, what you're seeing is the Speed Force. Your past, your present, your future. Say I was you.
Oh yeah, the Flash Museum. That was awesome.
His skin changed. What's with him?
It's Barry. Barry's gone. Are you good, Wally? Maybe we should get you home, get some rest, okay?
But I don't understand.
Oh,
okay, let's go.
Oh boy. Now they're going to tell us that Barry was the Flash. Yes! I caught it! I caught it! I caught it! This is the Speed Force! Woo-hoo-hoo! I caught it!
I saw Barry. He's alive.
He's in the Speed Force! I knew it! I knew it! Oh, that's his old room for when he was like 10 years old. That's right. Time means nothing when you're in the Speed Force. Jason Mewes? Oh my god.
More comfortable. How much do you know about the Speed Force?
Ha ha!
It's the source of my power. It's what makes me a speedster.
Speed Force.
Yup.
Isn't that like saying I'm having a conversation with gravity or light or...
He's gonna have a deeper connection with the Speed Force. Called it.
Did you see that?
You're not going back.
What?
Not until...
Until what?
Until you catch that.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have a much deeper connection with the Speed Force now. I called it. He's gonna feel like he doesn't have his powers, I guess.
Harry, I vibed him in the center of a storm. He was like in like a vortex or something.
He's in the Speed Force.
Get him out, damn it. You can't get him out. I don't know it.
Yeah, they'd be downstairs in the storage room, in the morgue.
Ew, you guys have a morgue?
Well, it's not like a morgue. It's not like, it's like a poor man's morgue, really. Morgue-ish.
Why don't you go get them?
Morgue-ish.
Okay, well.
Not really a morgue, just kind of a morgue.
Thank you. Okay, so it's a morgue, but you know, we have to keep the dead metahumans somewhere.
Oh my god, it's a morgue.
A zombie? For real?
Tony?
Nope, not Tony, not anymore. Get behind me.
Just get behind me.
Oh my god.
Tony!
It's like some Solomon Grundy type joint, man.
We thought you'd find this place and our appearance less upsetting. Yet you seem upset.
Oh, only the Speed Force would remember that.
Our accelerator experiment seems to have reanimated one of the dead metas in our morgue.
Reanimated, like, brought back to life.
Life-ish. You ever seen The Walking Dead? It's The Walking Dead, but without higher brain function and with major rage issues. Still unsure if our brains are on the menu, though.
Which one?
Tony Woodward.
The bully from school who turned into the Metal Man. That's not good, Cisco.
History repeats itself. First is tragedy, and then there's farce.
Huh?
Wells.
Oh, finally, we visit a Big Belly Burger.
Big Belly Burger in Sterling City is way better. This place sucks.
Oh my god, it's Jay! It's Jay!
Oh my god. Is that your car?
Oh, yeah. That's my mom's car!
So how do we know this is safe?
They want you to come back.
Can I?
Of course. But if you do, it'll be without your powers.
Oh.
Take my hand! Tony, take my hand!
This is like some Goku joint, man. I thought so. He wasn't going to have his powers in the Speed Force. So he's got to learn to retrain. I've seen that before, though. Like, somebody has to get their training. Like, they refuse to go back until they get their training. I think it's Goku.
Tony just trashed the...
A little stronger than conscious thought.
No, I don't think that Tony had a girlfriend. I mean, not the way that he was hitting on me when he came in the jitters. He's after me. Again.
So, when he was
That's
after
right.
you the first time,
Even
where'd
from
you see
beyond
him
the
next
grave, that
after
that hotness
Chambers?
is too much.
Home.
We use me as bait to lure him back to Star Labs, where Cisco and Wells can kill him. Again.
Yeah, but how?
Who are you pretending to be now?
His dad?
I don't have time for this. Yes, you do, Barry. You have all the time in the universe.
That's right.
Literally. No, I don't.
Yes, he does.
How can you stand there? And yet, for all of that, you've never been here.
Oh, his mom's grave. Yeah.
No.
I mean, well, you know, you can come talk to me if you're scared or you have questions about how your body's changing.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I think you're a little late for the puberty time. I've seen the internet.
I really knew that when I was what he sounded like.
Are you okay?
Do you really think that he's a metahuman?
He got zapped by the particle accelerator and he was unconscious. It was worth a shot.
I gave you that mug.
He's coming. You sure about this?
You know what? 2 minutes ago I would have said yes, absolutely. But now,
Oh, that's that monk guy. He's supposed to be a distant cousin of mine.
Deciding that his life was more valuable than hers.
No, not your life.
You really think your mother would have wanted you to die for her? Not all the people the Flash saved as a result of that decision. What about them?
Mm-hmm. Greater good, Barry.
Do their lives have value too?
Greater good.
I don't have to listen to this.
Oh, come on, Barry.
Get home.
Should disrupt the energy wave that turned him Abby normal.
like wiping a hard drive.
Oh my god. That's a
Why
yeah.
do it look like it's working?
Because it's not. Let's get out of here.
Oh my god, Cisco! The house. Ooh.
Hi, Barry. You're just so tired. Sit, Barry. Sit.
Exact same words as Iris.
Even the Flash can't outrun the tragedies the universe is going to keep sending your way. You have to accept that. And then you can truly run free.
Yep.
I know.
What if we couldn't get him out of the Speed Force because he didn't want to come back?
Thank you, Cisco.
Do you remember this book?
Yes.
What was your favorite?
What makes you so special? Little Dinosaur said its mother isn't your ferocious teeth, or long neck, or pointy beak. What makes you special is out of all of the different dinosaurs in the big wide world, you have the mother who is just right for you, and who will always love you.
Wow.
You're ready.
Wow. He's got his powers back now.
No. Let me do it. Please.
Oh, this is cool. This is cool.
Barry! I'm so glad you're back, because we're about to die.
Oh, God dang it, Cisco.
Girder came back to life, and he's all young Frankenstein now, and he only recognizes Iris, and she lured him to my workshop so we could demagnetize him, but the machine shorted out, so he's about to come to that door and smush us all into chunky salsa and possibly eat our brains. I don't know, jury's still out.
All right, I got it. All right, I will lure him to your workshop when we figure out a way to turn the power back on, okay?
Plan H. How did you do that?
Are you like magic now?
Did you know that was gonna happen?
Maybe. It's hard to explain. It's
It's the Speed Force.
What'd I say?
Do you know it?
Yeah. I never really liked that book.
Why?
Because it was about a mother who was always there for her child no matter what, and
Oh, yeah.
that wasn't my mom.
Yeah.
Or yours.
Answer that yet. I'm gonna go out there, spend a moment speaking to my friends, and when I come back, you'll give me your answer.
What friend?
If you're still here, I'll know you've chosen to stay with me.
Earth 2, right.
But if I'll know you've chosen your friends instead. And I will show you exactly as much mercy as I will show them when we next see each other. So, there you have it. I need to go.
Wow.
Whose world is this?
I want to know who these people are. Ooh. First off, I'm going to say I called it. I absolutely called it. Barry was in the Speed Force. And he was going to come back from the Speed Force with brand new powers. Called them both. Now, the extent of these brand new powers, we are not fully sure yet. I believe what happened there was that there was an element of the Speed Force that Jesse was missing. And it took Barry, when he was in the coma, because she could have very well been in the coma for 9 months too, but Barry had been in the coma. He gave her, and I think at that point he was collecting his thoughts or consciousness or energy from the Speed Force or whatever. That's what he was doing during that 9 months. Because he already had the speed. If you remember, in the first episode, they say that from the time he got struck by lightning, they thought he didn't have a pulse. But what happened was that what actually was happening was that his heart was beating so fast that they couldn't read a pulse. It just looked like a flat line. So, so I think that's kind of what was going on with Jesse a little bit. It wasn't going to be as much of the Speed Force as he has. And they established this in the comics that nobody has a better connection with the Speed Force than Barry Allen. Wally West becomes the fastest Flash ever, but nobody has a deeper connection to the Speed Force than Barry Allen. So Jesse could develop powers. Wally, I think, is still developing them. When I saw Joe drop his cup, I think part of that was that Wally didn't really understand what was going on, and in my opinion, it looked like it slowed down for a moment. But I think Wally was more confused than anything else. So he didn't really react to that. But I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but it looked to me that like the cup did slow down as for a few moments as Joe was dropping it. So I think Wally is going to develop powers. He's just, until they fully let him in, he's not really going to know what's going on, though. And that's part of it, too, is they have to let him in on, you know, the whole Barry thing. Also, the fact that he was confused, and they came to him, they came to him when he woke up, and the first thing Iris says is, Barry's gone. And now, to Wally, that, you know, that's going to be like, when Barry comes back, they're just going to be like, oh, yeah, Barry's back. And he's like, oh, okay, all right, okay, yeah, where did he go? You know, because they just said he's gone, not like, and gone, of course, has two meanings in the English language. So either he left somewhere or he died. And it could mean either one of those to Wally, who is not in on the whole secret. So I think once they let Wally in, he's going to have a better understanding of what's going on. And we've already seen the new set of powers. Like I said, I think he passed some of the Speed Force on to Jessie, and that's what woke her up. Was her actually receiving some of the Speed Force, rather than waiting to collect it or whatever. So, and also, once again, I called it from you know, when he was fighting Zoom and trying to get faster and all this stuff. I called it then too. The Speed Force said it. It was basically, yo, look, Barry, you gotta believe in the you that believes in you. You know, that's all he had to do. That's all he had to do to get faster. He got all the running and the training help, but it's only when Barry needs to go fast that he starts going faster, and that's what it is. Like, he just has to believe that he can do it. And once he believes that he does it, that he can do it, he does it. Because it's already there. The power is already there within him. He just didn't know how to access it. He had a mental block. Kind of like, first off, he didn't understand what he could do. And because he's the first Flash. And then he didn't really understand. And then, secondly, because he was thinking of things externally rather than internally, he didn't really realize the things he was capable of. Not until he sat down in the Speed Force, talked to the Speed Force, and did his little training bit like Goku did when Piccolo killed him. He's like, hey, look, leave me alone. I'm going to the afterlife. I need to start training to become stronger. Yeah, I think that's what that was. That was either at the end of the Saiyan, or during the Saiyan saga, or for the Majin at the end of Cell, the Cell saga. Goku's just like, no, leave me behind. I'm gonna stay here and get stronger. So I think that's what happened there. Yeah, it was Piccolo during the Saiyan saga. He's like, no, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna go to the afterlife, and I'm gonna try to train and become stronger. Just wait for me. And that's what happens. They tried to wish him to do... he went to King Kai to train. And that's basically what happened here. Like, the Speed Force was just like, hey, look, you can either go with them right now, or you can stay here and try to, you know, develop your powers. And that's what he did. He stayed to develop his powers. And he had to... And it was all within. Anyway... over the past few weeks, I've been curious about now going back to Zoom, I've been curious about who the guy in the Iron Mask is. after watching a few other reactors and thinking about it a bit, and I think I have an idea of who the Man in the Iron Mask is, and I kind of said this, but I didn't really know how it would work. But I still think that the guy in the Iron Mask is still the original Jay Garrick. I'm positive there is an actual Jay Garrick. And Zoom, or Hunter Zolomon, just took his name and became him. And I don't think he was completely wrong in when he told the story of how Zoom stole his speed. That is how Zoom even knew you could take speed from someone, was that he took Jay Garrick's speed. But Jay Garrick was a straight up metahuman. At least in the comics he is. He's a straight up metahuman. And his speed is not connected to the Speed Force. Therefore, he didn't know how to do the kind of things that Barry did, and he doesn't become as fast as Barry. But the guy in the Iron Mask is who I believe to be the actual Jay Garrick, which is why he's not letting anybody see him, because it is somebody we know. However, here's what I think. After I think a hint was dropped a couple episodes ago, and that hint was that Henry Allen says that his mother's maiden name was Garrick. I think the Henry Allen of Earth 2, of Earth 2, is Jay Garrick of Earth 1. That's my belief. I believe that Henry Allen of Earth 2 is Jay Garrick of Earth 1. The Henry Allen of Earth 1 is Jay Garrick of Earth 2. It's entirely possible that Barry of Earth 2 could have different parents. Which is part of the reason why, I think that, because he is about, Henry Allen would be about the age of an actual Jay Garrick. Because in the comics, Jay Garrick is like perpetually like in his 50s or 60s. But he's in very good shape. Much like Henry Allen. We've seen Henry Allen being somewhat athletic. And he still appears to be in pretty decent physical shape. So that's my theory. My theory is that the Henry Allen of Earth 2 is Jay Garrick. Now I know what throws people off is in Hunter Zolomon's memory. You see the uniform, the Flash uniform that the kind of Jay Garrick-ish uniform that he uses. However, in the comics, it's been established that the kind of the hat that Jay Garrick wears is from that Earth's World War I or World War II or something like that. It's a military helmet. It is a straight up military helmet. I think that's what it is. Jay Garrick, the Jay Garrick of that Earth, is probably old enough to have been a young recruit in that war. And so he kept his military helmet and his uniform and went fighting crime as Jay Garrick. And there was a Jay Garrick, and he got defeated by Zoom, and Zoom took his identity. So yeah, that's my theory on that. I'm looking forward to seeing if it's correct. And that would actually be really awesome if they did that, because as some of you might know, the guy who plays Henry Allen on this Flash did play the Flash on the '90s live-action TV series. He was actually a pretty good Flash. That was actually a really good series, and that's how we got. That's where all the pictures of the old pictures of Mark Hamill as the Trickster came from. That was from that series, and they brought Mark Hamill back to reprise his old role as the Trickster. All the court stuff and all that stuff. That was all from the '90s CBS series, The Flash. And if you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch it. It's only one season, and it's like 24 or 26 episodes. It's a pretty good show, considering it's from the '90s. I think there was only like 1 or 2 episodes that was actually cheesy. It was surprisingly not cheesy. It was kind of dark, actually. And they got as far as him vibrating through walls and running through time, but because of the shortness, because it only lasted for 1 season, we didn't get to expound on that. But yeah, so that's my theory on this. What do you guys think? How'd you guys like the episode? What are you guys expecting for the future? I'm pretty positive Barry's going to be able to steal Zoom's speed by now. If we understand, because this is kind of the same thing that happened with Goku. Goku, every time Goku comes back from his training, came back from his training in the earlier seasons of Dragon Ball, he would come back with some weird, mysterious new power, and nobody would ever be able to. He would never be able to replicate it again, actually. But he would come back with some weird, mysterious new power, and then it was all from the training. And I think that's what happened here. Is Barry? I'm pretty sure I called it that Barry would come back with a full set of Flash powers, or a fuller set of Flash powers. Even if he doesn't fully understand them yet, he knows that he has them. Because keep in mind, even the whole lightning thing, like not the lightning, but the charging. I don't think he's ever done anything like that before, where he used his lightning to charge he used whatever to charge electrical items that were in the room. Like that's a whole new thing for him, and he did it on the first try. So keep in mind, whenever Barry was doing something new in the past, he had to practice a bunch of times. And now he just did it first try. Like that's another hit right there. Like, hey, look, he's got a fuller set of Flash powers, and he's gonna have a better idea of how to do this kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the new episodes. How he's gonna interact with Zoom. How he's going to try to see what try to test out what kind of things he can do. But yeah, and I'm pretty sure Wally and Jesse are going to have powers. It's just going to take them a while for them to develop. Because everybody was like, oh, well, immediately, da-da-da. But keep in mind, the only person we know immediately had their powers is Hunter Zolomon. And Hunter Zolomon's powers started fading. So, that doesn't mean anything. Give it some time to develop. And we'll see what happens then. But yeah, so I had a good time during this episode. I loved it. I can't wait for the next one. So until next time, yeah, just if you liked what you saw, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about the episode, what your thoughts are for the new episodes coming up for the end of the season. And yeah, so until next time, I will see you guys later. Holy crap, what the heck happened to Barry?
Civil War, Captain America 3. Well, first of all, I'm not feeling confident going into this movie because I realized that I have no Marvel t-shirts in my wardrobe.
Actually, yeah, me too. I'm Game of Thrones in it today because I have still yet to get a t-shirt. Sean, of course, has more than I can't see back there, but he's more than likely got his Major America hat and his Major America